Well, good morning, everyone. We always have fun on Tuesday mornings because Ron the Car Guy comes over and pays us a visit. Always can teach you something about your vehicle or teach you something you can do with your vehicle to make it either safer, more fun to drive, things like that.
That's right.
And
That's
we're
right.
going to do a little bit of both here today.
Well, yeah, I don't know if this will make it any more fun to drive,
Well,
but we're going to make it a little safer.
Be able to see where you're going and make it a little bit more fun to drive.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can see what's ahead of you.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe look out for those deer that we talked about last week. But I mean, everybody's noticed. I mean, it's dark when you go to work, and depending on where and who you work for, it's dark when you go home.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
We're going to change that a little bit next week with daylight savings time, but not a whole lot. I mean, it's still going to be dark. And so headlights are being used more and more now, and I want to talk a little bit about those. This is something that changed many years ago, and that we're seeing, and that is, instead of the whole headlight being part of the car, now just the bulb is what's changed. So we've got these composite or plastic, for lack of better terms, headlights, and a common problem is over time the UV rays from the sun and the elements out there attack the headlight. And it makes it cloudy. I mean, it reduces the ability for the light to shine.
Is that the big thing when you're looking at this headlight that you brought in as a prop today? Is it just corrosion and sun, and is that what's causing that?
That's what did the roughness over here that we see.
Now, isn't necessarily
it's just the elements.
The headlight? It's the cover on top of the headlight. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. But yeah, when you talk about this, the headlight is actually the bulb that goes inside there. This is called the lens.
The lens.
Correct.
Okay.
And it's an assembly that mounts in the car, and then of course the bulb goes back there. But this is the part that you see, and this is the part we're concerned about is, just the outside elements. It's like anything made out of plastic. If you put it outside in the heat and the cold and in the sun,
it's going to deteriorate.
It deteriorates.
Now,
and
this
that's
is
what
as opposed to what it used to be, back in the day.
Back in our day.
When it was glass.
Yeah.
And we didn't have to worry about that as much.
Well, and the glass was actually the headlight. So before, the worst thing would happen, maybe a rock would chip it or something, but it would eventually burn out and you'd put a new one in. Now we're not changing these, unless it breaks or there's an accident or something. And so, there's two ways to correct this, because obviously when this happens, I mean, this greatly cuts down on the amount of light that comes through there, and then you have poor visibility.
Like a frosted window.
Exactly. So, the option is to buy a new one of these and put it in the car, but depending on what you drive, these can range anywhere between $150 and $300.
Wow.
I've seen some that were over 500, in some of the luxury vehicles and stuff. So people are a little hesitant to do that. And it's not rocket science. I mean, this is something you can just look at your car and say, hey, I've got a headlight issue, or it looks bad. So they've come out with a process to restore them, and it's been out for a while. And you can see by this example that I brought, basically what we did is we ran a strip of tape down it, and we restored one half, so you can see the difference of what's going on. And it's just simply a process. We go in and sand and grind off all the dead plastic, as I call it, and then polish it, and then we put a new UV coating over it to help protect it.
So you're resurfacing the lens.
Exactly. And there's dozens of products out there to do this. I mean, I've seen some of the do-it-yourself products.
Right, I've seen on like YouTube something.
Exactly, or the late night TV.
Yeah.
And you can go to any parts store, and they've probably got 4 or 5 different processes. And it boils down to how long is it going to last? I mean, if you do it and it lasts 3 months or 6 months, now you've created a maintenance item, something you're doing over and over. And the process that we've settled on and we've elected to use, it comes with a 3-year warranty. So,
oh, wow.
So anytime during the next 36 months after we perform this service for you, if there's a problem or you're unhappy with it, I mean, tell us, and we'll go through and do it again for free.
Now, this is totally different than the people that have the liquid that they put on a sponge and they wipe on the front of their lens to make it clear again. That's not the same type of thing.
We're back to longevity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna look better for a while, but for how long? And this is something you can do it yourself with those kits, and it may last 3 years. It might last 3 months. There's a lot of people out there advertising. You see real estate signs along the side of the road. We'll restore your headlights, or Craigslist.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Craigslist.
Really?
Yeah, headlight restoration.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, just stuck in the grass there. But you know, and oftentimes those people come to you. I mean, where are they when you have a problem? I mean, we're West Side Auto Pros. We've been in business for almost 20 years,
Right.
and if we do something and you're not happy with it, you just got to come tell me. And
You
we'll
know,
take
you're
care of
still
it.
going to be there.
Exactly.
I'm impressed that you're able to do that to plastic.
Yeah. Yeah,
And it's not going to hurt your lens or anything like that by
No.
stripping it and doing all that
Nope,
work.
nope. It takes the what I call the dead layer off, and then you're down to fresh plastic, and it's thick. I mean, we're talking just a small amount, and then of course we put the key is the sealer that goes
Okay.
over it to keep.
Keep it like that for
the
a long
elements.
time.
Yeah, a lot of that spray that you put on,
Right.
or the polish you put on there, it might remove some of the haze in the plastic, but now you've got nothing protecting the new plastic, which is why it doesn't last very
Right.
long. So-
All right, but
Makes
you
sense.
mentioned how pricey it was to replace the whole lens.
Correct,
Okay,
correct.
up to $500 at times.
Yes.
But what does it cost to do something like this? Because this has to be a little time consuming.
It is. It is. I mean, if you were to come into our shop and have us do this, I mean, I would budget, roughly an hour to do a pair of them. I
Okay.
mean, sometimes people wait. Sometimes they leave their car off or get it done while we're changing the oil or something else. But it runs about $70
Okay.
to do both of them.
Oh.
And again, that comes with a 3-year warranty. But wait, there's more.
Whoa!
We do have a KCWI Channel 23 special. I know some of you have been out there looking at your car and you know that this problem exists. So for the first 23 people to call in and schedule this, we'll do both of them for $23.
Wow.
Total cost for both headlights.
$23. There'll
Okay.
be sales tax on it. That's it. So
Yeah.
instead of 70 but it's only for the first 23. We have
Okay.
a limit.
Okay.
So pick up the phone at 7:30 and call and start harassing Joe, asking for the KCWI 23 special. And I'm thankful that we're not running this on Channel 5, that we're on 23. but
People are going to have a chance. You can't buy the product for this.
well, then you got to do it yourself.
Then you have to know how
right.
to do it
Yeah,
correctly.
and then you don't
in
get a
the
3-year
time.
warranty.
Yeah.
And it'll make your car safe. I mean, it's phenomenal the difference that it makes. So, when you go out to go to work or whatever this morning, take the kids to school. I mean, if your headlights don't seem as bright as they should, just take a look at the front. And I mean, if you can feel it.
I was going to say,
it's
it
rough.
comes down to safety. You need to be
Oh,
able
it
to
is safety.
see.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially
Even if
this
you have
time
to
of
pay
year.
$70 to have it done, I mean, it does boil down to safety.
Right.
All right, so 23 people for $23 get both headlights done.
Absolutely.
But what's the number what they should call?
They should call 225-9090.
225-9090.
Yep, and talk to Joe, Heather, or Sean. They'll get you hooked up and just call and get an appointment. And when the 23 are gone, it's gone, and we're back to $70.
There it is.
Okay.
All right, man.
Thank you, Ron.
There you go. It is 20.